Hello, welcome back. So, it is Friday, 16th of May. I feel 100% better than what I did at the beginning of the week. So, obviously, I've been off ill excessively. um, yeah, I think it's just under the amount where you tick excessive, but it feels excessive for me. And this is what happens when you're ill and you don't do anything. So, this is a big backlog for me. This is all my unlisted. It's not all of my unlisted. This is all of my unlisted clothing. I have been through, you see, saying that, I've been through another 2 boxes and I've taken a load of stuff to the charity shop. And yeah, I've taken a load of stuff to the charity shop. I've ragged a load of stuff. I've ragged stuff of mine. I have stuff in my own wardrobe that needs dealing with. I mean, I am so behind. I have not listed anything new on eBay or Vinted. Yeah, let's not talk about Vinted. Vinted doesn't exist. I had a dream last night that Vinted was turned off and everybody was irate, and I was really happy until I realised everybody would come back to eBay. So the people who do well on Vinted, they can do well on Vinted. I don't do well on Vinted. I do well on eBay. I list something on Vinted and then I get loads of watches and then I take it off and then I put it on eBay and it sells for more. But I need to do this. I have only done sell similar. When I was off ill, I had a 3-week sick note, 3.5-week sick note. I ended everything and then I've just sent it back live. So for people who follow my store who think that I have been like listing, I haven't. Everything was ended and was just set to schedule to go live. So it just meant that I made a few sales. It meant that I had to go out and walk to the post office. And every time I walked to the post office, I realised that I was still really breathless. I do feel a lot better. Getting back to work was a real bonus and it needed to happen. Do you know, one thing that I have noticed, that because I've ended everything and scheduled it, so everything started going live from the first of the month. So I've used up all my listing allowance, which is 250 on a like basic shop. But I used to have a featured shop, and when they did the free listing on business accounts, I stopped that and realised just how much money I've been pouring down the drain on listings. So everything's gone live again and I'm out of listing allowance, which is really weird. But I mean, obviously I'll pay the 12 pence for each thing that needs to go live. Something that I don't do is list seasonally. If I've got a coat or a jumper, that goes live, and all my coats and my jumpers, they're going live this week, I think. That's the last of the relists. I let them. A part of me was thinking, oh, shall I just not send them live? But saying that, I've gone to the post office today, and what have I gone to post today but some heavy wool trousers? And I have sold 3 jumpers this week, so they are worth listing because people who want jumpers have to come to eBay. Saying that, because I'm time poor, I am going to put aside winter stuff, and I'm going to do a select amount of stuff today, stuff which will sell in the spring months. What is wrong with this? Right, this is diesel, and I can't work out which bit is the back and which bit is the front. So this is dress. A dress for somebody who's strange. So the label is at the back. This is why I become time poor when I do listing, because you're stuck there trying to work out what the front is and what the back is. Right, that is the front. Denim dress. Yes, it's not a playsuit style thing. So denim dress. This should go now because of what it is. Skimpy. It's also a size extra small. And I paid £4 for this. Diesel. I've also found out from grapevine that one of my favourite sourcing places has closed while I've been off sick. Maybe it's because, you know, they didn't have me as a customer, and, you know, they just were just suffering because I wasn't there and they had to close. But apparently it's like a landlord issue, but that's depressing. Tunic top, size 18, sea salt. Sea salt, I try and only pick it up if it's a larger size because the rest of it just sticks around. It's probably a bit wintry, isn't it, this? But it will sell. Let's just put that on. I've put aside the stuff which I showed in my previous video. Right, that's winter. That's winter. These are stupid t-shirts that I'm going to put on Vinted. I'm not going to do that now. I don't know about doing these. I want to do them, but they're lesser items, so we'll put them aside to do at a later date. This is all stain removal that I've done. And I think I've succeeded, but I don't know how happy I am about sending it live at the minute. Let's just do this one. I know that it's got a clunky stain in it, which is why I've got it. But I think there's a point where you have to stop washing something. It's like part of me wants to have another go. The stain is there, and this is ever the one that's good for jeans, but not so much for t-shirts. And it is very bubbled and it is very piled. So, oh, there's another mark here. Oh no, that's just because it's been in my in my living room. Right, we'll list this one now, because I'm only going to put it on for 20 quid and probably accept 15. So we'll do that one now. I don't know about these other ones because this is another Eversue one. I mean, these were disgusting. These were very, very marked. This one had marks all over the bottom. So same deal. We'll do that one now. It's just, you know, when cotton's got that pile to it, and that's why I'm not like so thrilled about that. But people are looking for t-shirts now, and they're going to be very pleased to buy that t-shirt. The last Eversue thing that I had that wasn't jeans was a shirt, and that sold for 40. So if I put them on with the hope of getting 15 for them, then obviously that's going to happen. This is COS. This was also heavily marked, and it is still marked. But I think sometimes you have to stop, don't you, washing something because you're not doing it any favours. This has got pit stains. I paid full price for this because I didn't even realise this. I paid like £4 for, but it has got pit stains, but it is grey. But that's seasonal for now, isn't it? Old COS. So I don't expect to get a lot for that either. So we'll get that one going. This is a white blouse. This had a little makeup mark on it. This has had too many washes as well, and the makeup mark is still there. It's so faint though. I mean, you'd have to have like laser vision. But I mean, if you're talking to an AI bot, maybe they would see it. But the mark is there. The mark is there. So I'm going to set that one. And you know, I hope again for like 15. Couples doesn't. The last Couples thing I had was superb, and it didn't sell. It didn't sell quick enough for my liking. See, I'm thinking that what I'm doing with this, because it means I've got to like cart myself into the other room to do women's wear. Right, this was really disgusting. This had marks all over it. This one is going live now. And this had a really, really crazy orange mark on the collar there. I mean, it looked like tomato soup all the way along it. I have done the stain removal outside. I mean, it's never perfect, but it's all right. You can't even see it. I mean, it was all the way along there. I can see it because I know, and you can see it on the back, but it was all the way along there. This is a £100 t-shirt. This is Supreme and Coochie, whoever they are, but it's completely embroidered and it's really nice. I think it's like 2023 range. I don't know. I've done a Google image search and it came up with it. I think I did that before I started really putting the effort into doing the stain removal, because I didn't want to like get into a mad stain removal session and then find out that this wasn't worth anything. But this is really nice. I don't know if I'll get the £100 mark, because I do have to be realistic that it has got a mark on it, and it is visible, you know. Obviously I declare all of these things. I think that's it. I don't want to like put loads and loads of stuff on my shop that's got marks on it, but I am going to. There's loads of these. This one had a mark on it. This one, they're all down at the bottom. I have no idea what's going on. I feel like some of these things have come, like my washing machine sometimes adds to the problem rather than taking away. That's just Carhartt. I can't remember if it's pit stains or if it's a mark. I think it's pit stains, because it doesn't look too grand. Yeah, pit stains. But I'm done with that. And this is off-white, and this is very off-white. This has really gross pit stains. So this is what off-white looks like. That's what off-white looks like. I've never had it before. This was going in the rag because this was disgusting. So for anybody who ever has white items like this or the pit stains, there's two methods. You use white vinegar and bicarb soda, and then you put it all on it and you put it out in the sun for 8 hours, and then you launder, and then you can do that again. The most important part of it is this stuff. The reason that there's so much of this is because this is all sat over the winter, because I had to wait for the weather to go like this, because you need the UV rays is the last part of the equation. The other way you can do it is you can use lemon juice. Now I don't know if this has been more of a failure because I used, the bottled lemon juice this time rather than fresh lemon juice, which I've done in the past. So it's lemon juice. Sorry, Magpie is drinking water. It's so cute. And then you use coarse salt and you rub it in with the lemon juice, and then again you put it out. So it's 1 + 1 and the UV rays. The chemical reaction takes place when the sun's rays hit it, and it bakes it into the fibre of the stain and gets rid of the stain in that way. That is the important part of it, and that's why I have a lot of success with this. And then obviously launder as normal. But I can't reiterate anymore how important it is. It needs to be a really, really sunny day like this, and you need, and it will look gross. Because when I did these, I was looking at them and and you just think, oh God, what have I done? Because it just looks worse. It looks like you're making more of a problem than you are resolving a problem, because the lemon juice is everywhere, the salt is everywhere, and you're like, oh my God. But it does, I promise you. And then as it dries with the sun, you just think, what have I done? And then you launder it, and then it looks fine. This is still bad. I'm tempted to do another session with this one, because obviously Off-White is a good brand. the issue. I don't think you can even see it, but it is quite bad there, and I do think it could do with another session. And I think we'll give it another session on that one. Right, summer stuff. Winter. Oh, I've got some really good stuff now. It's become winter. I've got really. It's all wool. It will get done. Right, so this is summer. This is, I think it's a Larissa. No, it's not. It's called the Adventure Tunic. Adventurer Tunic. I thought it was the Larissa. I knew it was a. When I saw it, I knew it was a sea salt print. But again, this is only size 12, so it's probably going to take me ages to sell that. But that's a summer thing, so that'll be done today. Shall I do this? Shall I not? I mean, it is wedding-y. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. Let's not have it stuffed in a box for no reason. I have got a Hobbs dress here. It is long sleeve, and it is probably slightly wintry, but people do look for stuff to go to weddings, don't they? And it is new with tags. So Hobbs, new with tags. I don't even know. I can't. This has sat in this box for so long. I don't even know where I bloody well got this, because I have been to other places, and I'm so gutted that this Bernardo's has gone out of business. This was an £180 dress. Let's get it listed. I do need some money in the pot. But obviously that probably is slightly wintry. And I probably should put that on a different pile. Winter. This doesn't look winter. That looks like winter. That's good. That is good. Can't believe how much stuff I've ended up like. The weather was different when I picked that up. The weather was different. This, I think, is linen. Let's hope so. No, it's 100% cotton, but it's one of those that looks like linen. Cotton masquerading as women. Nice spots on that. Nice light shirt. All Saints. I would have paid £4 for that. So that's good. This is really cool. Let's get this on now. Oh, this looks like this needs a wash. Yeah, this is marked on the halter, so I haven't spotted that. So that needs to go in for a wash. Anyway, this is Karen Millen. Karen Millen going in for a wash. I've got another sea salt by the looks of it here. Another one of these tunics. Let's get this on. I mean, it looks like it's a tunic dress, isn't it? It's got to be. Oh, it's got the bloody tag cut out. That's going on there. That's quite wintry. It's going on there. I'm not getting involved in that. This is summer. Let's get this on. Oh my god. Well, it's not new tags. I don't even remember picking this up. So this is a nice skirt, lined but summery, spring summer. Let's get it on. Hobbs, size 12. It's got that, but not the rest of it. So I should be able to do. I should better have lots of luck with that. This is also very, very spring summer. Nice dress. Paid £5 for this. I remember picking this up because I'm a sucker for cherry print. And that's just Zara, and it is what? It says it's large. Sort of new with tags, but the tag's been attacked. And it looks like part of the label has been cut. It says XL on there. No. So by rights, reading that label, this should fit me like a dream. I mean, how can it be XL when it would not cover your arse? I am a size 16. And I'm sorry, but this would, it wouldn't cover my arse. But apparently, that's my size. I'm going to list that as a large, not an extra large. I'm too embarrassed to put anything else on that. Ah, this is very wintry. This is so wintry. Like, I'm going to put all of that over there. We'll do another video on that. What's this? This is just a basic Spirit of the Andes t-shirt. I don't even know. I know I paid £2 for this, which is probably why it's come home with me, but really, probably not worth the hassle. That's going to be like a tenner. This is my big beef, I think, with the popularity of vintage. It's tanked the price of everything. I have got Kin by John Lewis. Obviously, it's been discontinued. Kin by John Lewis. There's probably a reason why John Lewis have discontinued it. Some people said, "Oh, will it spike the prices?" No, I don't think so. I think it's tanked the prices because it's not on anybody's radar anymore. So I don't think I'll get any more than 25 for that. It's quite a nice light shirt dress, so short sleeve, so that can go on now, but it is only a size 12. What on earth is all of this? I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, this is Ghost, so I shouldn't have picked this up. The last Ghost top that I had took about a year to sell. I still have a Ghost dress, which is really nice. That hasn't sold. I have no idea what's going on. Size 12. Quite a nice little top. Let's just get it on. This is spring and summer, thankfully. A nice Hobbs dress there. I seem to have a lot of Hobbs on the go here. That's the size 14. Yeah, I mean, that's weddingy enough. That's got to go on now. What have we got in here? Sweaty Betty leggings. Oh, yes. Right, winter. Oh my God. There's a dress in there that I bought for myself, wedding attire. I'm not getting into them now, but they're really nice. I'm going to leave all of this, I think, for another day. I've got 2 pairs of jeans here. I have 2 pairs of jeans here. I think I'm going to get the jeans on, and the reason that I'm going to put the jeans on is, so when I pulled the trousers out this morning, I'd sold heavy wool trousers. They were men's trousers. What I have in my men's trouser section, you could probably count on one hand. One is a pair of Reese trousers, which frankly, that should have been redonated. I'm probably going to redonate that because it's winding me up. They're not in very good condition. I'm just going to get rid of them. And then, I think I've got 2 pairs of jeans, a pair of shorts, some leather trousers. Not very much. So I'm going to get these on because evidently men's jeans are selling. I have got some Diesel Larky here. These are size 36, so that's a bonus. One of the things that I did have was I had a pair of Reese jeans as well, but I could see sunlight through the crotch, and I was cursing myself. I think I go through phases where I'll pick a Reese thing up and it'll do really well and sell really fast, and then I'll start picking up lots of other Reese things and it's a damn failure. So then I go off it. I think I'm on my off Reese phase. This is the other one that I've got, so just a standard pair of 501s, probably a small waist, probably got terrible crotch wear. They have got a bit of crotch wear on them there. Let's do the sunlight test. Not great, but not bad. Oh, right, so I'm going to stick them on. The rest of this I will do as another haul, but I'm going to prioritise doing this now because I've been faffing around this morning doing cleaning, because frankly, this carpet, there's a rug here that I lay things out of, and there was just bits everywhere, and I wanted to mop. My husband said that he'd done the hoovering, and frankly, so I don't know. There's his standards and there's my standards, but I think it's the way I hoover. Because I don't use the long nozzle and I'm down on the floor, I tend to go on my hands and knees, because I just find it easier, and I find you have a lot less suction loss. So I can see the bits on the carpet, and I tend to go over it a lot more. So I ended up hoovering again this morning before I mopped through, because I didn't want to do any photography without hoovering, because it's just completely pointless. Last thing I have is this skirt. Probably slightly wintry, but goths wear this stuff all year long. Joe Brown's, size 14. That's okay. We'll get that one gone. And then the rest of this, I'm going to show another haul. I need to. Those are the things I need to prioritise. These things, not so much. I know that there's some good stuff in here. I know that these that I have here are very good. But they are also quite wintry. That's quite wintry. Some of this stuff needs stain removal, and the rest of it is wool. So, let's be realistic. I will get them listed probably next month, but they don't need to be prioritised right now. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. I need to work out what I need to stain removal and the rest of it. It doesn't. This box is still full. This box is still full. God, it doesn't even feel like that much. It's just taken up a lot of space. Right. So thank you for watching. Yeah. I think I am right in not doing. In leaving some of the winter stuff, because have you ever seen a more horrified looking face for somebody who's just received a new coat? Yeah, I've just washed this, and because I've just got it out of the wash, I just put it straight on her, and she looks exhausted and hot. She doesn't look pimp. She looks hot. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will be back again very shortly with a haul of that stuff, probably next week. I just need to be realistic about how much I can achieve in one day. I want to get all that ironed and get all that photographed in the next 2 hours. So I've actually got some stuff which I can actually send live. So thank you for watching. I'll be back again soon. Goodbye.